Hi, I'm Gary Leonard. I'm the Contracts Manager for Stewart Shields for the Old Carntyne Church where we are today. Page Park, who are the main architects, they've done the whole conceptual design for all the flats in association with Shettleston Housing Association. When we came on and won the tender, we thought it would be added value to bring Passive House to the project. When it's complete, the 5 houses are going to be the biggest Passive House development in Scotland. So only 5 properties for Passive House. We are trying to promote that all over our new builds. We're at the stage we are trying to build nothing but Passive House. We are promoting Passive House all over Scotland. We'll have another 13 starting down in the Eildon area in May, and we have other Passive House projects in the pipeline. We have some in Argyll and Bute, 10 houses. So we are trying to promote Passive House as the only thing that we want to build because we believe it's the right thing to do. We are trying to get a house that's as near to benchmark as possible. So we're looking to build a unit for 140,000, which is quite close to the benchmark of the Scottish Government. But we're also looking at that house, to heat it, only costs £140 a year. We believe for the social housing market, you know, if it's not costing a lot of money to heat your house, it's got to be beneficial to as I say, the fuel poverty and the child poverty, which we hear so much about on the news just now. Benefits of Passive House, the cost efficiency, but again, in it, the clean fresh air with the mechanical ventilated heat recovery is also a health benefit. It helps eliminate things like asthma and gives a better quality of house. Yeah, before we started working, the church was only the external facade was there. The whole inside had been took out, so it was just basically a shell. We started in the church with a concrete slab, and then we built the timber kit in our flying factory, which is next door into the church. So we built the kit on site. The reason being you couldn't crane the kit panels in because it was inside an existing building. So that was all done by local labour and guys from our local joiner team. So they built that and just built from the ground up basically. To make the standards of Passive House, John Gilbert had an architect on site 2 or 3 times a week who came, and there was obviously testing as we went. There's also, we bought our own air testing equipment to allow us to test at different stages of the build to make sure, because one of the most important things is the air testing. It needs to be to a standard, and you need to make sure you get that right before you start putting plasterboard and things on, because if you don't get it right before then, it's too late to fix anything. When we've got involved and when we brought the Passive House concept to it, it created a lot of challenges for our architects, our John Gilbert architects. They had to redesign a lot of the details to stop the thermal bridging. We had to introduce triple glazed windows to the new build part. We had to introduce MVHR to get it to Passive House standards. So that has its own difficulties, but I think we've managed to overcome all these, and it's probably been a learning curve doing it from retrofitting it really. It probably lends itself, Passive House needs to be designed out from the start. We've been sympathetic to the old church building, and we've tried to keep it looking as a church, even though it's flats in it now, you know. So it's a lovely building, and it's part of the Shettleston community. So I'm glad that they've managed to regenerate it rather than knocking churches down that they do in a lot of different places.